What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy, and before I begin, just a quick announcement. The second version of my Redraft draft plan is officially available. It's the second link in the description of this video, just a simple click and download. You can also find it on our website at facemaskpod.com. I have player breakdowns for 150 different players and positional strategy based on how your draft may unfold. This is a living draft plan that will continue to update throughout the preseason as camp battles unfold and injuries take place. Be sure to check back for updates as I help you build the optimal team for you to win your redraft leagues. And with redraft in full bloom, we're profiling some players and how we feel about them ahead of the season. If there's any one player you want us to profile, let us know in the comment section and we'll be sure to cover him. Up today, Steelers rookie wide receiver George Pickens. The 52nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft landed in a bit of an unknown situation in Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger has retired, and it appears Mitchell Trubisky is set to take over as the starting quarterback, at least to begin this season. It looks to be an open competition between Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, and 2022 first-round pick Kenny Pickett. And no matter who wins the competition, we don't yet have much in the way of predicting a target distribution between Pickens and his veteran teammates Diontae Johnson and Chase Claypool. But Pickens has been flashing in camp, drawing praise from both Trubisky and Rudolph. He seems to have developed some chemistry with Trubisky, so it's fair to speculate that if Trubisky is in fact the starter, that's currently a best-case scenario for Pickens. Regardless, he's been billed as one of the best-looking players in Steelers practices, consistently making big plays and highlight reel catches. So who is George Pickens, and will he find fantasy relevance in his rookie season? Pickens stands at 6'3" and weighs about 200 pounds. He was a top 25 recruit out of high school and made an immediate impact for the Georgia Bulldogs, logging 49 catches for 727 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns as a true freshman. All 3 marks led the team. He continued to dominate in his sophomore campaign, securing 36 catches for 513 yards and 6 touchdowns in the COVID-shortened 2020 season. He missed 2 games that year to injury and still led the team in receiving scores, tied for the team lead in catches, and was second in receiving yards by just 1 yard. Pickens tore his ACL in spring practice before the 2021 season and missed most of the Bulldogs' championship run. He was able to return late in the season, but only caught 5 passes, understandably not putting up big numbers following a significant injury. He did, however, haul in a 52-yard catch in Georgia's win in the national championship game against Alabama. He went on to participate at the NFL Combine despite being less than a year removed from the torn ACL. Pickens ran a 4.47 in the 40-yard dash, which is an excellent size-adjusted run, especially for someone still finishing up his recovery from injury. It's fair to speculate, had Pickens not gotten injured his junior year, he'd have been a first-round pick and possibly in the conversation as one of the first receivers drafted. Instead, he goes 52nd overall to the team with maybe the best track record in the NFL as far as identifying and developing wide receiver talent. Pittsburgh has a rich recent history of big-time players at the position. Antonio Brown, Mike Wallace, Santonio Holmes, Emmanuel Sanders, Martavis Bryant, and currently Diontae Johnson and Chase Claypool, just to name a few. The Steelers know what they're doing when it comes to wide receivers, and now they end up with Pickens in the second round of the draft, which is quickly looking like a steal. He has big-time playability, with maybe his most notable strength being his hands. He's already being listed as a starter on the Steelers' depth chart alongside Johnson and Claypool. There doesn't seem to be much smoke and mirrors being played here by the team. Pickens figures to have a role carved out right away and should be a mainstay when the team plays 3 receiver sets. The quarterbacks leave something to be desired, but at least Trubisky is a veteran, and this is certainly the most stable situation he's been in as a potential starter. Pickett offers some long-term upside, but if he's forced into game action this year, that might bring Pickens' prospects down. And of course, the team did extend Johnson for another couple of seasons and should continue to operate as the team's wide receiver 1. So Pickens might not rise too much farther up the depth chart on what could be a run-first team. But he's clearly too talented to keep off the field, and again, the Steelers' track record is one to respect and keep in mind. If you got him near the end of the first round or top of the second round in your dynasty rookie drafts, congratulations. He looks like he should have gone several spots higher than that at least. And in Redraft, he has a fast-rising ADP of 140 on Underdog Fantasy. That should continue to shoot up, especially after he caught 3 passes for 43 yards and a score in Pittsburgh's first preseason game. Draft Pickens in the 12th round while you still can, and expect him to start creeping into the 11th or maybe even 10th round of 12-team drafts. I normally don't condone drafting a player once their ADP begins to skyrocket, especially when it's an unproven rookie. But even if Pickens' ADP climbs, say, 20 spots to around 120, you're still talking about a relatively cheap cost for a player bursting with upside. And that's exactly what we're looking for 100 picks into a draft anyway. Buy the hype. Even if his ADP rises to the 10th round, I'm willing to take some chances. That's a very quick look at George Pickens' potential outlook for the 2022 season. What do you guys think? Put any thoughts you have in the comment section below, and we can have a conversation about this. We also host live streams on our channel each Tuesday and Thursday, all off-season long, at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out, come get any questions answered you may have, or feel free to bring up any general fantasy topics you wish to discuss. Till then, this is Nick with Facemask Fantasy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.